Am I audible? Am I audible? Yes. Sorry. Yes. Okay. We will start our day 2 of teaching aptitude in our YouTube session. Yes. Good morning, Swapna, Satya, Amu, Divya, Umarani, Kishori, Meenakshi, Maina, Malu, Seetal, Lekha. Please do join. Yes. Okay. Today we will start our class. Those who are new to the channel, please do kindly subscribe the channel. And here we are doing paper 1 for UGC net course. We are revising the concepts, right? Short topics of all the units of paper 1. So far we have discussed DI and logical reasoning, and now we have started with the teaching aptitude. We are learning the important concepts which were very important in the examination, UGC net paper 1. So today we are going to see other more topics, important topics and terms that we use in teaching aptitude. Yes. How was the yesterday's session at app? How was the yesterday's session at app? Yes. Yes. Okay. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Parkavi, Rohit, Divya. Yes, Anand, Suma, Lalita, Anit, Srinivas. Yes, okay, thank you. PYQ must needed, ma'am. It's useful. Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Ammu. Okay, so today we are going to start with other important terms that we use in teaching. Okay, what do you mean by teaching? What is the purpose of teaching? Yes, the purpose of teaching is to change in the behavior which we see in the learner. Okay, so why we teach? We will be seeing the change in the behavior of the students. To make a change in the students only we are teaching. Right? When I teach something to you, the impact should be there on the students. If there is no impact of teaching something, right, then it is no use of teaching to students. So teaching is the main purpose is to change in the behavior, and also we need to change in the belief and the knowledge system of a student. So that is the reason we are getting education, we are learning something. These are the two important terms. Change in behavior, change in belief and knowledge are the main important concepts of teaching. So in teaching, right, we have different terminologies that have been used. That is conditioning, training, instruction, indoctrination. These are different modalities that we use in terms of teaching. So what do you mean by teaching is? Teaching is nothing but which brings a change in the student behavior. That we call it as teaching. When you call it as a conditioning means, why we use conditioner to hair? Why we use conditioner to hair? All use accessories, right? Why we use conditioner to hair? Nandini Muttu, thank you. Why we use conditioner to hair? To nourish our hair, right? It will strengthen the root so that our hair will grow well. That is the reason we are conditioning. Similarly, we used to condition the minds of the students to improve their learning skills. That's why you used to, yes, to make it smoother. Yes, the hair will become very nourished, right? Similarly, we have to condition the minds of the students so that they will learn more, they will improve their knowledge. That is the reason we used to condition the students. Conditioning, okay, right? Not scolding, beating, not that thing. When we condition the students means they will be nourished with skill sets, improve their learning skill set. That's called conditioning. And training, what do you mean by training is already they will have some set of knowledge within themselves. Whenever I have given extra training, they will do well. That is shaping the behavior and content. Already they have a set of behavior within themselves. When I give a training to them, have you heard about NCC training, teacher training, right? Have you heard about these trainings and all? What they will do is, already they are a teacher, no problem. When I give a teacher training means that skill set will be shaped, the behavior of a teacher will be changed. So here I am giving what? Training to the teacher. NCC cadet or NCC cadet, but giving more training, they will become the behavior of that NCC cadet will be changed. That's we called it in training. And what do you call as in instruction? What do you call as an instruction? Just I am telling to do this something. You do this, you do this, you do this. Just through that thing they acquire something. They acquire some knowledge. And that we call it as what? Acquisition of knowledge. And next one is indoctrination. Indoctrination is something injecting into the mind of the student, that we called indoctrination. It is nothing but formation of belief systems. The formation of belief system, we call it as what? Indoctrination. So these are the terms that we use, and this is the purpose of doing the teaching, right? Either we used to train our students through our teaching, we give to instructions through teaching, we do indoctrination through teaching, we used to condition through teaching. Got it? Yes. See, with an example I'll give you. See, these are the examples. See, the first one, they are teaching through instructions. They are just E is equal to MC squared. They are just teaching through instructions, right? This we call this an example of doing some kind of a giving teaching. This is teaching through instruction. Teaching through instruction. So everybody is noting down. That's all. Teaching through instruction. What is this? See, everybody is well versed in using computers, technologies and all, and they have given an extra training to do more. So they will be learning more, and that's we call it as training. What is this? Here see, conditioning. Whenever our kids, right, they play, they will keep all the things scattered. Every time when the parent, a mother or a teacher says, keep it clean, take it in the box, take it in the box. After listening to that thing so many times, they will be conditioned to keep it in the box and keep it aside. So when we keep on telling them again and again and again in a different smooth way, they will be conditioned to that practice to take. After playing the toys, they are supposed to keep it inside the box and have to keep it aside. So this skill will be learned. This is through teaching, right? We used to teach them through conditioning. Okay, we'll ask her, you may have your sister's daughter, brother's daughter, or your own daughter or son you'll be having. If you keep on conditioning them again and again, definitely they will, okay, after playing, we have to keep it in the box and you have to keep it aside. So this will come. It's a teaching through conditioning. And this is nothing but indoctrination. Indoctrination. So see, giving some belief systems into the mind. Okay, injecting some beliefs. So making them to trust that belief. That we call it as indoctrination. Yes, clear? Yes, clear? Good morning, Lopa, Shobha, Bhuvaneshwari, Mani. Good morning. Clear with the things? Yes. So instruction, training, conditioning, indoctrination. Exactly. Instruction we give and take. I will give you the things, you will be taking. The student will be taking down the points. That is instruction. Training means what? Already they have a skill set with that thing. By giving an extra training, they will be doing much better. Okay, their behavior will be shaped. So it is called training. Conditioning means what? By means of telling again, conditioning the children, they will be doing it listening to so much of instructions, right? Conditioning them, okay, keep it aside, keep it aside. When we tell for 3-4 times, 5th time they will automatically keep it aside the toys after playing. That is conditioning, okay, right? So through condition, what will happen is through conditioning they will improve the learning skills, right? Next, indoctrination. What do you mean by indoctrination? Some belief will be injected into the minds of the learner, so it will be get deep into their mind, okay? That's we call indoctrination. These are the terms that we use through teaching. What we do, right? Teaching through instruction, teaching through training, teaching through conditioning, teaching through indoctrination. We do all these things. Yes, clear. Next, we move to the different variables that we use in teaching. What do you mean by variable? Variable is a thing which vary. Variable is a thing which vary. It will vary. It will change, right? So we have three different types of variables. That is dependent variable, independent variable, and intervening variable. Okay, these are three variables in teaching. You imagine now we are three variables. Who are our variables? I am a variable, you are a variable, and where the content, the PPT, the YouTube, right, Unify study, or all the variables, we call it as intervening variables. Clear? I am a teacher, I am a variable, you are a student, you are a variable, YouTube, your devices, your technology, Unify study, or all we call it as a intervening variable. How, ma'am? Dependent variable is a variable where you dependent. Here you are a student, you depend on me to learn things. Independent variable, I am an independent variable where I am going to teach you. Okay, so I am not dependent, I am an independent variable. Okay. What do you mean by intervening variable? The PPT, the content inside the PPT, right? The technology that I use to teach you. YouTube is a technology. Through Unify study, I'm just doing you all. I'm reaching you all, right? And the environment. We are doing what kind of an environment? We are in an online environment. All these things we call it as what? Variables. We call it as a variables. See, dependent, independent, we have this concept in research also. So try to get it. What do you mean by independent and dependent? Independent is a thing where this will be the cause and that this will be the effect. So whatever I give, right, that will I can see the impact on the effect. I can see the impact on the effect. Yes, I am independent, we are dependent, Unify is already help between them. Exactly right, Anand. Yes. Yes. So see, whenever there is a cause, right, I am the cause. So how I give the material, the content which will be impacted on you, on the student. So the effect will be studied in the dependent variable student. If I give you good content, good materials, good knowledge, right, that will be reflected on you when you go to the exams, when you speak, when you think, that will be reflected there. So that's we call the cause and effect. Always the independent variable will be the cause and the dependent will be the effect, where the effect will be studying things. Clear? Yes? Yes? Clear? So when it comes to intervening variables, you have to remember the teaching methods. Please do take notes also so that you can remember. Teaching aids, okay, teaching methods, teaching aids, the environment, all these things we call it as what? We call it as intervening variables. Clear? Yes, yes, very good. Very good. Note down all these points. Yes. Clear? Very good. So next we move to, so all the three variables of teaching, the basic requirements of teaching. When I want to, just I'll go fast, okay. Basic requirements of teaching, all the three variables are important. Whom? I am important, you are important, content is important. These three are important for teaching. And we need a professionalism, kind of professionalism. There is how to teach, how to interact with students, how to understand the students, how to understand the environment, everything, how to understand the subject. So how to present myself, all the things are called professionalism. Whenever we go and stand in front of a student to teach means, we have to keep all these things in our mind. And an environment, a suitable environment. Now I am sitting in a suitable environment where I will get enough correct data and where I get enough light, where I can keep my laptop in a correct position. All these are called environment. And student-teacher relationship, very important. When you are not interacting with me through chat, right, then I will not be able to go to the content more. So as I'm getting more and more chat, right, so I'll be more related to the content, so I'll be taking with more ease, right. So that we call student-teacher relationship. Students discipline, so the way you text me is very much important. That's called students discipline, right. You're all very disciplined students, so you're giving me very good text, good messages, good appreciative messages you are giving to me, so that makes me to take well. So teachers' devotion to teaching, that is really very important. Not only here, see, whenever we go, you take teaching as a profession, right. Whenever we take teaching as a profession, we need to be devoted towards our profession. Any profession it can be. When it especially comes to teaching, we are supposed to be devoted to the teaching. Okay, we are not supposed to go out of the thing. We have to be devoted. Whatever we have to teach with a fullest involvement. That we call devotion. Fullest involvement, fullest engagement we have to take teaching. And also on the other hand, the students' devotion is to do learning. Yes, the students' devotion is to do learning. So where teacher devotion is to do teaching, the learner devotion is to do learning. So these are the basic requirements of doing the teaching. Yes, you can connect all these things with our class also. Okay, connection won't be without correct section. Yes, exactly. So we have to connect all these things with our class also. We can get it there. Right, very good, super. Next we move to a very important concept called the Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, why we teach? We need to change the behavior of the students. How we evaluate the change of behavior has been happened in the students, we can make by means of finding the instructional objectives. What are the main objectives of teaching? What are the main objective? Why we want to have an objective of teaching is, okay, I teach, no problem. I should know whether you have understood or not. My instruction has reached you or not. Okay, I should know whether it has reached the student, and so there was a change in the behavior. I need to evaluate, I need to know, right? For that, there are many philosophers, many educational psychologists, they gave many taxonomies, many different kinds of theories. So today we are going to read one among the objective of teaching, that is Bloom's taxonomy. Why the Bloom's taxonomy was given was whatever been taught has been correctly reached a student or not will be evaluated using these kind of techniques. Right? So the instructions whether has been reached the students properly or not, the things which I have taught has been get into the minds of the student or not will be evaluated by this kind of instructional objectives. And there we have three categories. What are the categories? CAP. This I used to say as CAP. Cognitive, affective, psychomotor. Take notes, it will be easy for you. Cognitive, affective, psychomotor. This can be written as K, S and A. That is knowledge, skill and attitude. Knowledge, skill and attitude. One minute. This is attitude. This is skill. Okay. KSA. This is attitude and this is skill. I will teach you easily so that you can remember. Cognitive means what? Whatever there is in our head. Okay, whatever there is in our head. Affective means what? Our emotion, our feelings, right? Emotion and feeling will not come from here, it will come from here, right? From our heart. So we call heart. We call what? Heart. What do you mean by psychomotor? What do you mean by psychomotor? Whatever skills that we do with our motor skills. Motor skills, playing, jumping, pushing, throwing and all things are psychomotor, physical things. And this is nothing but head. So head, feelings and physical. And this we call it as instructional objectives, which comes under the Bloom's taxonomy. This is the person Bloom. Okay, we are studying so many things, we are not recognizing the people. He is Benjamin Bloom, he is an educational psychologist. Yes, very good. So cognitive, affective, psychomotor. So cognitive comes from our head, affective comes from our heart and psychomotor comes from our hand. Yes, clear? So cognitive, mental skills, affective, growth in feelings or emotional areas. Psychomotor is manual or the physical skills. Now we will see each and every topic in detail. So first is Bloom's classification of instructional objectives. First one, cognitive domain. It has been proposed in 1956 by Benjamin Bloom. Okay. What is the purpose of cognitive domain? It involves knowledge in the development of intellectual skills, so which includes recall, recognition of specific facts, procedural patterns and concepts that serve in the development of intellectual abilities and skills. See, where it involves knowledge, that's all. Cognitive means our head, which relates to our knowledge. How we get knowledge? Remember, we have studied logical reasoning, right? We have studied logical reasoning, and then we have studied what? Perception. Pratyaksh, right? What you do in Pratyaksh, we used to gain knowledge through our through our sense organs, right? Through our sense organs, by looking at something, by listening to something, right? By sensing something, we used to recognize something, right? So it involves knowledge in the development of intellectual skills. Here we need our intelligence to get something where we can recall, we will recognize of some things which had happened, some patterns, some concepts, right? This will lead to a cognitive domain. So it related to the development of intellectual capability or thinking, and we call it as a knowledge. They call it as a knowledge. So see, in cognitive domain in 1956, remember as CAP, cognitive affective psychomotor. So under cognitive domain in 1956, Bloom's proposed a set of divisions, six divisions he proposed: knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis and evaluation. These are the six divisions of way where we can gain our cognitive skill, right? Our cognitive skill, our knowledge can be enhanced in this way. In this way, where K will be, knowledge will be at the bottom level and evaluation will be at the top level. Okay, right? How to remember, ma'am? Simple, don't forget, write the mnemonic KC A squared SC. This is Bloom's taxonomy, KC A squared SC. Knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis and evaluation. What do you mean by knowledge? What do you mean by knowledge? Just simply recalling the things. Just simply recalling the things, we call it as what? Knowledge. Simply recalling the things, we call it as knowledge. What do you mean by comprehension? What do you mean by comprehension? Ability to understand the things, why it happened. To understand the things, we call it as what? Comprehension. What do you mean by application? What do you mean by application? By understand some things, I am going to apply it in the scenario. I am going to apply it in the scenario and call application. Analysis, after applying there may be some issue, right? So I will be analyzing what mistake has been done, what can be done to improve, and that we call it as an analysis phase. What do you mean by synthesis phase? So synthesis is combining different forms and make it into a new one, and that we call it as synthesis. Evaluation is making judgment, okay, whether the thing has come out perfectly or not, right? I make evaluate something based on the things which I have done through my knowledge, and this is the highest order of cognitive level. Lowest order is just to recall and understand things. Clear? Yes, you understand? So this is about cognitive domain proposed by Bloom in 1956. What happened is in 2007 is a student Anderson and Krathwohl, what they did is they just made some kind of a modification with respect to the domain, right? Here the name has been hidden. I will write Anderson and Krathwohl. If diagram will be in dark color, it is visible, clear to visible. Okay. I'll make it. Yes. So Anderson and Krathwohl are the persons who made, right? They made some suggestions of the change. They made some changes in the year 2001. 2001. What happened is the uppermost two levels, right? The uppermost two levels. I'll just zoom 1 minute. So the uppermost two level, create and evaluate. These two steps have been interchanged. Evaluate and then they're creating a new model, and that was being proposed by Anderson and Krathwohl in the year 2001. Yes, Shobha Kumar, yes, it will be done from tomorrow onwards. Yes. Now I am zoomed. Is it visible now? Yes. Yes. So this is with respect to cognitive domain. You just note on the mnemonics KC A squared SC. What we do in each case. Knowledge means just recalling things. Comprehension means understanding that thing. After understanding, I will be applying the thing. After application, I will be doing some kind of analysis. Synthesis is combining two or more things which I have understood, and evaluation is I am making a judgment about the thing. That we call evaluation. Yes. Yes. Similarly, in 2001, see, remember, knowledge is nothing but remember, understand is nothing but comprehend, again apply, analyze, evaluate, create. These two have been interchanged. That's all. So this is what been done by his student Anderson and Krathwohl in 2001. This comes under cognitive domain. So next we move to what? I will just zoom and take, don't worry, okay? I'll zoom and take. Next comes your cognitive domain, sorry, affective domain. Affective means what? Cognitive is your brain, cognitive is your head, which respects your knowledge. What do you mean by affective domain? Affective means my emotion, my feeling, right? All these calls I call it as affective domain. And see, which includes in which we deal with the things emotionally by means of feelings, values, appreciation, enthusiasm, motivation and attitude, and that we call it as what? Affective domain. Here they have categorized this affective domain into 5 category. You have to remember what do you mean by affective domain, where it works. So affective domain means it works with heart. Okay, this shows our attitude. Attitude, yeah, attitude. Yes, attitude, our emotion, our feelings, right? Are the values that we follow. All the things comes under the affective domain. Now we will see the what are the 5 different categories of this. Is it visible? I think it is visible. So ma'am, how to remember this affective domain, ma'am? You can remember by R squared VOC. R squared VOC. Tomorrow I will change the color, don't worry. Okay. R squared VOC. R means what? Receiving, responding, valuing, organization, internalizing values. So these all things work with your attitude, the feelings and emotion. Receiving means you are learner, right? Now you are listening what I am telling you. Now we are learning what I am telling you. The learner will be able to pay attention to and listen with respect. That is receiving. So how a learner learns with respect to affective domain, that you are going to evaluate. Responding means whenever I ask you questions, you are responding through chat box. It is responding. Value means each and every person has kind of a value system. So you are behaving yourself in a right way. I am also behaving yourself in a right way. So places value on behavior, idea, person, situation we call valuing. And next level is organization. So prioritizing the values, and whenever a problem comes, when I resolve the things, right, that I call organization. In a learner perspective, whenever some problems comes, we are supposed to make some the conflict has to be resolved, right? And that skill we call it as an organization. And then internalizing values. So whatever we have learned, whenever a learner, we are supposed to be able to control the behavior. We need to have a value system. See, as a learner perspective, all these things we need to have, then only we can say we have learned, we have been taught well, we have been a good student. That can be imparted to the next generation when you become a teacher. So this is what being proposed by the Bloom under affective domain. Clear? How a person behaves, right, rationally. This is why they have given these topics in teaching aptitude. Yes, clear? Clear, you understand? Yes? Shall I move to the next one? Yes. Hope clear. Yes? Okay. Next I move to the next one, psychomotor domain. What do you mean by psychomotor domain is which involves physical movement, coordination, the use of motor skills areas. And that we call it as what? We call it as psychomotor domain. Psychomotor domain. Psychomotor domain is which works with the physical six. P for P, physical. Physical means what we do with our hands, right? And that we call it as very good. I'm sorry, it was not visible. Now only I can able to see the comments. That's what I was waiting. Yes, okay. Venkadeshan IM Perumal, C for ma'am. Which C? In the before slide? It is characterization. Very good question. This is characterization. Very good. C for characterization. Receiving, responding, valuing, organization, characterization. Very good. Yes. Yes. I will zoom, Rajalakshmi, don't worry. When I come to explain the picture, I will zoom. Okay? Right, right, right. Yes. Characterization. Yes. C for characterization. Characterization means what? I am change my behavior, right? I will change my the way I behave. When I will change my behavior, when something has been impacted on me, then only I will change my character, change my behavior. So whenever some value system impacted me, whenever some people's words impacted me, I will change my behavior. It can be either in terms of positive term or it can be in terms of negative terms. Both the terms we will be change our behavior. Let us take in a positive terms. Whenever we learn some good things right through people, we will be characterization ourselves with something. Will be connected emotional, right? Emotionally it will be connected. Okay, emotional connection is very much important. So when we connect emotionally, where there our behavior will be changed, and that is called as characterization. Highest level of the changing in the affective domain. Next, psychomotor. Psychomotor means what? Physical movement, coordination, use of motor skill areas, and that we call it as psychomotor domain. This is with respect to our hands, and right, this is also with respect to our skills. Hand, you take it as a short note so that you will remember. Whenever we call psychomotor, it goes with hand, it goes with skills. Yes. Now we will see the major divisions in psychomotor. Okay, what are they? IMPAN, that is imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization. Yes, yes, Anand. Yes. See, can you able to see? Imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, naturalization. Okay, what do you mean by imitation? So this comes under what? Psychomotor skills. Psychomotor skills is whatever we do with our hand physically. When we do something, then we call it as psychomotor skills. What do you mean by imitations? What do you mean by imitation? Whenever we do something right, our children will be imitating from us. Whenever we used to cook or clean or sweep or do some physical work, our children will be imitating from us. That is the first level of psychomotor domain. When we play some games, right, when we say some cricket or shuttlecock or skipping, whatever games we do, our children will imitate from us, right? That is imitation. Manipulation, after learning skipping from us, right, our children will manipulate. My daughter learned skipping from me, and what happened is I just taught her how to skip, that's all. But what she did is she started to skip in backwards. She was very good in skipping backward rather than forward, right? But I have not taught her how to skip backward. But she was good in, she will skip fastly in backward, but she will not able to skip forward that much fast. But she can skip backward very fast. So she imitated skipping from me, and then she manipulated to skip backward. You understand? Okay, so they will manipulate things from then. And then precision. Precision means by doing again and again, what happened is she can able to skip 60 times, right? 60 times, 60 skips that she can able to do. That is precision. What do you mean? Articulation is by means of having much practice, they can become very efficient in that field, and that's called articulation. Naturalization means what? That habit will be get into their bloodstream, it will be more into themselves, and they will be naturalized to do skipping. You understand my concept? You got the points? It's not copy. Copy, but no need to say copy. We can say learning from us. Yes, this is psychomotor skills. Yes, I hope clear. Hand skills. Yes. IMPAN. So you can remember all the three domains: cognitive, psychomotor, and the affective domain with their mnemonics. Write with the mnemonics. Cognitive means head, affective means heart, psychomotor means hand. Cognitive R squared VOC. Yes, got it. Cognitive means KC A square. I will write it again so that you will remember. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Clear. Yes. So I will give you a quick recap. CAP. Cognitive means what? Head. They talks about knowledge. They talks about KC A squared SC. KC A squared SC. What do you mean by affective? Affective means heart. Heart means attitude. Attitude. It works with R squared VOC. R squared VOC. What do you mean by P? P is psychomotor. It works with hand. Here we talks about skill set of a learner. Here IMPAN. Yes, clear? Hope clear. Yes. Yes. So we'll go with the next one. Go with the question. Go with the question. Very good, Lopa. KC A squared SC, R squared VOC, IMPN. Very good. It is kind of a quick revision that we can make. So make it yourself. Make it useful. Cognitive, head, knowledge, affective, heart, attitude, skill, hand, skill set. That is with affective is attitude, psychomotor with skills. Very good. Very good. Answer this question. Malu started answering. Very good. Very good. Very good. Preeti, Malu, Divya. Read the question properly. A learned material in a new situation by child making use of his previous knowledge to solve a problem. To solve a problem. Yes, yes. Very good. It is 3 application. It's 3 application. Very good. Very good. Nandini, it's not knowledge. It is application. See, new situation, making use of his previous knowledge. Previous knowledge. I said there, right? Previous means already they have some knowledge. Now I am going to put it somewhere and solve the problem. Put it somewhere. So I am going to apply. Nasreen ma'am, it's not knowledge. It is application. I am going to apply something. Here the word is previous knowledge. Read the question. Ability to use a new learned material in a new situation by the child making use of his previous knowledge to solve a problem is called application. Yes? Yes. Yes. Very good. Next question. Uh-oh. One. Next question. Cognitive domain of behavioral objective comprises which of the following objectives? If the topic is useful to you, if the content is useful to you, please do like the session. Yes, very good. Very good, Maina, Lopa, Lalit, Anita, Govind, Nandini. Very good, very good. Very good. Very good. All are giving right answers. Whether all have seen the answer so that giving right answer, or all have understood the concepts and giving right answer. There are 2 things. First, actually I have shown the answer. Because of that, all are giving right answer, or have understood the concept and giving right answer. May I know? Very good. All are giving 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. The answer for this question is 3. Cognitive domain, knowledge, KC, A squared, SE. Understood the giving right answer. Okay, Lekha, thank you. KC A squared, C, evaluation, okay, is there. Valuing, is value comes under which domain? Understood, yes. Value comes under which domain? Thank you, thank you. All are giving understood, ma'am. Thank you. What is the yes, yes. Value comes under which domain? Value comes under which domain? Yeah, it comes under effective. Very good. Effective domain, that is R squared VOC. Very good. Comprehension comes under effective domain. Sorry. Comprehension, no, it's characterization. Characterization. Yes, right. It is comprehension comes under, it's right actually, yes. Okay, right. Comes under cognitive domain. Precision comes under which domain? IMPAN. It comes under psychomotor. Psychomotor. And knowledge comes under cognitive domain. ACA is the right answer. AC is the right answer. Next question. Next question. Next question. Yes, very good, Rajalakshmi. Precision, psychomotor, IMPAN. Very good, very good, very good. Very good. Very good, very good. All are giving right answers. Very good. Hi Vidya. Hi Vidya. Welcome. I think new learner you are. I have not seen you. Welcome to Unify Study. Malu, Amu, very good. All are giving answers. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Naturalization, characterization, evaluation. Evaluation, characterization, and naturalization. The answer is 2. Very good. 2, 2, 2. Very good, very good. Next question. Next question. Next question. This is little bit question where you have to think and answer. So in today's PYQ session, right, in the app, where we are going to know more about this domain based question, okay. Not only domain based question, we are also going to cover other concepts there in our app. Kindly do join the app in the night tonight, okay, at 8 p.m. At 8 p.m. where we are going to see many PYQs of the concepts now we have learned. Okay, what are the concepts we have learnt here? With that, we'll be having some PYQs and also some addition and also some added topics will be there. Okay, added important topics will be there. So do join in app to enjoy the questions. Yes, we are going to enjoy the questions. Psychological factors. Factors influencing learning. Illustrate. They have been given illustration. Psychological factor influence in learning. Social factor influence in learning. Institutional influence. Teaching learning influence. Yes, yes, very good. I'm getting answers. Think and answer. So in between, I'll be giving you some questions which you have to think and answer. That is the question. So psychologically, which are the psychological factor which influence your learning? The method of teaching, or the faculty relationship, or the intelligence or the family? Yes, very good, very good. All are giving answers. Very good, very good. Very good. Answer is 4. Good, good, good. Rohit Sarkar, it's not 1. See, you have done mistake with C and D, I think so. Yes, yes. Very good. So psychological. What do you mean by psychological? Psychological works with what? Our knowledge, right? Our head. Our head lies where? Intelligence, right? So psychological intelligence. A to 3. Okay. Socio-cultural means what? Whenever we communicate with people, right? Social, right? Socially, where we first communicate with our family, that is B4. What do you mean by institution? Institution means whenever we go for work, right? There we have a faculty relationship. So institution factors which influence learning is faculty relationship. If our friends where we work, right, have a good rapport of understanding us, they will have a good we will have a good mindset, right? So whenever we have a good relationship means we will be feel very happy in our work area also. So that is the institution factor which influence learning. Institution factor influence learning is, it depends upon the faculty relationship which we have in the workplace, right? Next, teaching learning. What do you mean by teaching learning? Teaching learning factor which influence learning is the method of teaching. The method I use to teach will influence your learning. Am I right or not? Ma'am, I attempted to set and net. I am faculty with family. I have a fear and phobia regarding set and not cleared. I am keeping one strategy, not falling strictly, changing topic. I'll come to you, Vidya. I'll come to you, Vidya. So see, these are all the factors which influence our learning style. Psychological intelligence. Socio-cultural means our family plays an important role. First is our family, is first society, right? So family. Institution factors which influence learning. When you go to a workplace, when you learn some new things, when you have a good friends around you, they will support you, they will motivate you to do things. That is faculty relationship. Don't think bad about things, some negative things, right? We cannot go and change the negative things. Okay. Teaching learning should be faculty, no ma'am. Teaching learning factor which influence learning. Understand the term, Rohit. Teaching learning, you have to take in this way. Factors that influence learning. I am teaching you. You are learning. Okay. Teaching and learning. The factors which influence your learning is what? The method I use to teach you. If I teach you in a bored way, you will feel bored and you will go away. Yes, Rohit? Yes. That is why it's method of teaching. Faculty relationship means what? Institution factors. Institution factors that influence learning. As a learner, right, you learn in an institution. What factors influence your learning? The faculty relationship. Yes, the faculty relationship. We need to have a frequency, right, to learn. If we are not connected together means then we can't learn. Now your doubt is cleared. Now you cleared or not? You are confused now? Yes. So whenever match the following question like is given, right, try to take this point very clearly along with the options here. Then only you can able to understand. Psychological factor influencing learning. Socio-cultural factors influencing learning. Institution factors influencing learning. Teaching learning factors influencing learning. TL, we used to say TL. That is a term. Okay, now okay. Yes, Malu, are you okay now? You also have the same doubt, right? Yes. Read this sentence like this so that you will not get confused. Now you got it? Okay, right. Right. So the answer, again explain the question. Yes, I will explain, Shobha. See, they have given two things. One is factor influencing learning one side. On the side they have given the illustration. They have illustrated the thing. Psychological factor, socio-cultural factor, institutional factor, teaching learning factor. What are all the psychological factors means when we learn, right, you are going to learn something. You are going to learn NTA NET exam paper 1 you are preparing. What are all your psychological factors will be there means you will not get, you will have an intention not to get bored. Whatever things happen, you will not get distracted. Where your psychology will be very much strict towards learning. You will be very much focused towards learning. Right? That we call it a psychological factor. Psychological means it's not a wrong sense. It works with our mind. It works with the knowledge, right? Intelligence it works with. So psychological factors connected to intelligence. Whenever I say socio-cultural, where we learn our culture, where we learn our culture at the first, we learn culture at the first from a family. From a family we learn, and then with friends, and then with society it goes. So the socio-cultural factors which influence learning means it's family. In my home, my mother is a teacher. Okay, by looking at my mother's teaching, right, my mother's way of communicating with children, right, I am getting impressed. I am being influenced to do teaching as my profession. So this is a socio-cultural factors which influence learning. So I started to learn in that way so that I can teach. So that comes from the family, right? That is socio-cultural factor. Institution means what? Institutional factor. What are the institutional factor? So I work in an institution, I learn in an institution. My institution, this institution where I learned, have something, right? That why will be there. That learning is mainly based on the institution, how the environment is, how the teachers are, right? How they teach. Still I remember my teacher who taught me in my college, right? In my college who taught me English. I still remember the method she teaches me English, right? It was extraordinary. Today I am speaking English is only because of my teacher who taught me English in my college. The way she speaks, right? The way she reacts, the way she expresses things, right? These are all the methods she used to teach me. Through that I learned. That is the institution factor that influenced me to learn English. You got the point? So institution factors which influence learning is the method of institution means the faculty. I am very much gelled with my English professor, right? The way she, okay, whenever I go and approach her to ask something, she will be telling answers. This is what this. I will admire the way she walks and all, everything I'll be admiring. That is why, so the institutional relations, the faculty relationship that I have with my English professor. Teaching learning means what? All the time, teaching learning based on the method, whether online, whether offline, or the factors, we call it as what? Methods of teaching. What do you mean by method of teaching? Tell me. What do you mean by method of teaching? I'll erase all the things here. What do you mean by methods of teaching? I can teach through online. I can teach through offline. I can teach you one-to-one. Got it? Methods of teaching. I can teach you by showing some charts. I can teach you by giving examples. Right? So, the method of teaching is how we teach to them. These are the teaching learning methods. Teaching learning methods. So, I teach online. So, I use some tools to teach you. So, these are the methods of teaching. I teach you offline. I'll sit in it with my student aside, or I stand in front of my students to teach them. So I used to give some stories, I used to give some examples, some kind of a role play. That is a method of teaching. So that method influenced my teaching learning factor. You got it now? Yes, Rohit, Shobha, Anand, Malu. Okay? Yes. Formal, non-formal, where comes here? That we studied yesterday. Yeah, right. Formal, non-formal, informal. Yes. We learn from our family, right? We learn from our family, we learn from our friends. Okay, that's all informal way of learning something. Okay, yes. Formal, informal, non-formal. Formal, when we go to school and college, there is everything structured, organizing. These are the syllabus. We have to do 5 papers this semester. Only after clearing the 5 CAS internal exam only you can able to write the semester exam. Only after clearing the semester you will be getting this grade only. When we say in that way, right, you have to complete the 3 years, 6 semesters, you will be getting degree. This is formal way of education. Informal way of education that we learn from our friends, from our family, from social media, some different ways. By listening to a radio, some RJs, jockeys speaking, right, we listen to them and we learn something. Oh, this may be the point, right? That is informal. Non-formal means learning through self-directed learning, right? When we do some certifications, when we do some kind of an online course, okay, open courses, distant courses, and all we call it as a non-formal course. When anytime we can study, anytime we can learn, but it has some exams to be done. That is non-formal. Clear? Yes? Yes, yes, very good. I have one question more. Let me finish it off. Next, I hope clear. Yes. Next, this is the question with respect to the modalities of teaching, right? Teaching through instruction, teaching through training, on that question. So how you understood that concept will be able to help you to write this question, attend this question. Teaching involves critical and creative interchanges between a teacher and a learner, and hence it is different from instruction and training. Teaching involves critical and creative interchanges between teacher and learner, and hence it is different from instruction and training. Yes. 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 Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Teaching involves, I am teaching you, right? Critical and creative interchanges will happen between you and me. Okay. So it is directly different from instruction and training. Whenever I give you instruction, I give you something, you take. That's all. No questions and all. No question, no thinking. I give, you take. Give and take. Instruction is nothing but what? I give, you take. I give, you take. It is instruction. Training means what? There is already a set of knowledge that person will have. I'm giving some kind of a training. Okay, how to do it? I'm giving some kind of a training, and that is not actually teaching. It's training is different from teaching, right? So when I give you teaching, right, I'll sometimes in my college, right, I used to scold them. I'll say what you don't understand, or I'll make them see. This is an example. This is how you have to understand. I'll tell you. He will ask some critical question to make me think. Okay, so I will think, I know how it is possible. I will think, and then I'll justify the answer, or I'll give him correct answer. So that there will be a kind of a exchange. Many interchange will be happen between a teacher and a learner. Now I post some questions. Some students ask me, ma'am, why it is not 2, why it is 1. Some questions are being posted now. So where we do some kind of a critical and creative interchange between you and me, right? I give you some creative examples where you can remember things. So I teach you. But training is not a thing, right? Training is not a thing. So it is different actually. So teaching is different from instruction and training. So A is right. Both instruction and training are directed at a lower order cognitive interchanges, because I give, you take. That's all. No question and all. Whatever I give, you take. So that is at the lower order cognitive interchange. When it comes on a high order cognitive means when I do some kind of an evaluation, when I do something different, right? And not different, when I apply something, when I analyze something, when I put two different things together and evolve a new one, that way is called as a higher order cognitive interchange. Okay, here we do at the lower order, lower level. I give, you take, that's all. Right? Whatever been training has been given, I take, just take notes, I am just following it, that's all. So it's at the lower order, not something more. Clear? So the answer for this question is both A and R are true, and R is a correct explanation. So here what they have told, they both are teaching involves critical and creative interchange. Critical and creative interchange comes under which level? Which level they comes under? Higher order level. They comes under higher order level. higher order level they will come, right? So here what they, so teaching is at higher order level, this has been done at the lower order level. So this is answering the same thing. So this is answering that why question. So here I am saying it's the right explanation. Clear? Yes. Teaching involves higher order, but instruction and training are said to be lower order. Okay. Yes. Yes. Clear? Yes, clear? Teaching aptitude, today we have seen that CAP theory, Bloom's taxonomy we have discussed. Okay, right. So learners who are new to this channel, please kindly join today's PYQ session, PYQ's practice course on paper 1 UGC net and also set exams. Please kindly do join so that we can have more PYQ discussion with concepts of on all the, today we are going to see with the teaching aptitude. Okay, we are going to do with the teaching aptitude. By 12 o'clock your DI will be uploaded. Okay, you can check at 12 o'clock where your DI will be uploaded. At 12 your DI will be uploaded. You practice and then come test series that will be doing in the weekend. Okay, right, weekend will be having a test series and the doubt clearing session. So today we are going to discuss at 8 p.m. teaching aptitude with this concept which I have learned today, and more some added topics will be there. With more difficult level will be the next level of difficult level question, and at 12 p.m. And at 12 p.m. we'll be having the DI will be uploaded in the app. Please do download and attempt the question and come with the answer so that we will do with poll. Yes, clear? Yes, clear. Okay, those who wish to join the course, please kindly visit unifystudy.com. There we have posted the voucher for this course. You can go to the Google Play Store and install the Unify Study app. So regularly we will be joining at this YouTube channel at the sharp 10 a.m. in the morning at YouTube, and at sharp 8 p.m. in the night at the app. Okay, at the app we join for doing practice session, PYQs practice session. Okay, so do join in the evening to practice more PYQs. Any doubts? Okay. Yes, Shobha. I hope you enjoyed the class, Shobha. Yes, we hope you enjoyed. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Full Moon. Thank you, Umarani. Swapna, Muthulakshmi, Meenakshi, Lekha, Divya, Nandini, Ammu, Rajalakshmi, EL Edits. Yes, hope you have enjoyed. Yes. So meet you all in the night, 8 p.m. at app session. Thank you. Tata, bye-bye.